is a podcast that we do sometimes.
I didn't realize we were recording.
We are the American Teen Princess Podcast.
That's who we are.
It's been a while.
Couple of days.
January, I think.
Oh. Andy, what are we talking about on the podcast
Today, we are talking about our childhood favorites. Our favorite movies that we watched in our childhoods.
That is what childhood favorites means.
Yeah, so since our last episode, there has been the Oscars. Oscars were okay.
Oscar.
The Oscar was not there. We didn't see him.
That bastard.
I know.
They were mostly boring and what I expected.
But La La Land?
What?
Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone.
When
I was like,
La La Land came out a couple years ago.
And they win their respective fields and the La La Land prophecy come true.
La La Land prophecy come true. That's all that happened to movies.
The only thing that has happened
Love
since
Lies
January...
Bleeding came out.
What did?
Love.
Love Lies Bleeding. We watched that. That was very good.
Delicious.
It was delicious.
I was randied up in the movie theater. Twice.
Two time.
But since our last episode, we've been thinking about our favorite movies from our childhood. Well, let's begin our countdowns of our movie favorites.
Okay.
Mine are really in no particular order because I just thought them up, you know?
In her brain.
In my brain. So, one of my favorite movies when I was a child was Teen Beach Movie.
Heck yeah, brother.
It's amazing. It
Ross
is
Lynch.
Ross. Amen, brother. I love that movie so much. I feel like it still holds up really well because, you know, I was expecting it when I watched it again as an older person to not like it as much as I did. But it was still really funny and, like, the songs were catchy. And I think maybe I might be blinded a little bit by nostalgia, but, like, still it's hilarious. Teen Beach Movie is a Disney Channel original about this pair of teens who get trapped in an old 60s beach movie where the bikers and the surfers all fight each other. It's called Wet Side Story. Wink, wink. Get it?
I guess because West Side Story.
Because West Side Story.
And they're all wet.
And they're all wet all the time. And, it's very funny, and they have to figure out how to make the movie go right so they can escape. Also, this cast, crazy sexy.
So sexy.
Beautiful, beautiful people. We got Ross Lynch, we've got Maya Mitchell, we've got the one chick who plays the biker sister who, like, she changed
Who's the
me.
gay guy? The gay surfer guy.
Oh my god, I don't know his name. I think
The little twink.
his name in the movie is Tanner.
I'll look up the cast.
Okay. Well, anyways, Teen Beach Movie is very meta, which doesn't work for me usually having things be so meta, but it works for Teen Beach Movie because it's silly and goofy and it's so camp.
So camp.
So camp. And really, really gay for some reason.
Should we go one, then one?
Tanner is Garrett Clayton.
Yes.
Garrett Clayton.
He played the Pennywise in that one off-Broadway musical.
Kevin Chamberlain.
Who?
The Bertram from Jessie.
Yes! He was there.
Jordan Fisher. Smash.
Oh, Andy, are you done talking about the...
I also wanted to mention that I took a Teen Beach Movie themed dance class when I was about 10 years old, and it was the best experience of my life. I never did dance before that or after that, but I loved it so much that my mom signed it up for me, and it was great.
She signed it up for you.
She signed it up for me, and
for you.
It was so good. It was so funny and fantastic. Anyways,
Teen Beach.
Teen Beach.
Teen Peach. Timothy Chalamet reference.
Okay. And so, one of my all-time favorite movies from when I was a youngin' was the 2011 Muppets movie. I stole it from Lily. It's also on her list, but I stole.
I love Muppet.
We love Muppet.
I love Muppet.
No, the whole Muppets franchise is amazing, and I do think that The Muppets, the name of the 2011 one, isn't the best out of all of them. At this point, I probably prefer some of the older ones from the 70s, but this came out in 2011 when I was 4 years old. And
So young.
So young.
And oh my lordy, I loved this movie. I watched it so many times. My parents took me to see it in the theaters because they liked the Muppets when they were children in the 70s.
Old.
But no, basically, I don't know the whole story, but Jason Segel produced the 2011 Muppet
did?
movie. Yes, because he really liked the Muppets when he was a kid, and he was like, they should do more of these.
You want a sequel?
So basically what The Muppets is about is it's been years since the Muppet Show and the Muppet movies were doing their thing, and the Muppets, they're all retired.
They're
sad.
old hags.
They're old hags. But then Jason Segel and his brother Walter loves the Muppets.
Walter is a Muppet.
That is true. They go down to the Muppet Studios to take a tour, and they realize that an evil oil baron is going to tear down Muppet Studios to drill for oil down there.
Okay.
So Walter and his brother Jason Segel and Jason Segel's girlfriend Amy Adams
Smash.
have to go hunt down all the Muppets, and they have to put on a show so they can raise money to save the Muppet Studios. What were you going to say, Andrea?
I was going to say, why are oil barons so often the villains of children's movies?
Because oil bad! Fracking!
I don't understand
My
why.
old coworker works for a fracking company.
You have to teach the children about fracking, or else how will they know?
There are so many, and I don't understand
It is a weirdly, easy plot point conflict to introduce, to be like, they're gonna tear down the enter setting here to dig for oil!
And we need to save it.
We need to save! But no, I love the Muppets. It's a musical, like all the Muppets movies. It's really fun and well choreographed, and I watched it a ton as a kid. It definitely holds up really well. I've seen it, I think twice recently, within the last year or two. And no, it's so good. It's so sweet and funny, and it makes me so nostalgic. No, I love the Muppet. It's real good.
Okay.
Lily. My turn. Okay. I am going to talk about The Neverending Story. Oh boy, do I love this movie. It held up. It's got a stupid little beginning where it's so let me tell you guys the story of this movie. So basically it's about this little boy. I forgot his name. I think it's Simon. So he's getting bullied. His mommy died. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, good. I was confused. Go ahead. I don't think his name is Simon. Go ahead.
I don't remember what his
That's
name
okay.
is.
That's okay.
So
You're forgiven.
Thank you. So he goes, walks to school, and then he gets bullied. These little bullies chase him. And then
Chase him all around.
he hides in a bookstore, and this was the 80s, so it was books are irrelevant to children.
Right.
Right?
They hate those.
Yes, that kids hate books, but not our main character.
The little boy's name is Bastian.
Bastian, that's what... Say my name, Bastian. No, child!
Simon?
It was close.
Bastian.
Anyway, so he goes into this bookstore, and then he steals a mysterious book from an old man.
Yep.
And then he goes and hides in his school's attic because he doesn't want to take a math test. And there's a scene where he looks in the window and he goes, "Oh, my math test."
I've never seen this movie.
You haven't?
You bitch bastard.
What the hell?
So he goes up to the attic and he's reading this book, and he's a special little boy. He feels like he's
got autism.
he's like Andy.
Hang on.
So he goes and he is in this book. And so he goes on the adventure with the main character Atreyu because Fairy Tale Land, what's it called?
Never ending
No.
story.
Fantasia.
Ah.
So Fantasia is crumbling because people aren't believing in it anymore.
Right,
And
exactly.
so
Because no one's reading this stupid old book. Because it's the 80s.
Exactly. And so there was this one scene that made me cry every single time as a child. Yes.
Yep.
I will tell you guys about it right now. So basically,
Spoiler alert.
not really. It's
been out for a while.
It's been out for
Many years.
40 years? I don't know. Anyways, so there's this scene where Atreyu's horse gets stuck in the sadness, which is a swamp, and then he sinks, and then it's just Atreyu going, Artax! Artax, no! Don't give in to the sadness! And it makes me cry. And then also little 8-year-old me had a crush on Atreyu. Hardcore. His, like, shirt is open all the time. And, like, at the beginning, it's, like, not very open. And then at the end, it's just wide open. And his nipples are just out. And it's really funny. Anyways, this movie moved me as a child. It still holds up. It's still one of my favorite movies. It's a comfort movie. There's a special place in my heart for terrible 80s movies. Like... With the same explosion soundtrack, like
Right.
over and over and over, and the soundtrack banging.
It's amazing.
Never-ending story. It had a feature in Stranger Things.
Yeah, that's actually why I watched that movie, because okay, listen. My parents were not very cool, so they would not have known what A Neverending Story was. So obviously I didn't watch it as a child.
Yeah.
But I really liked the song a lot when I was about 13, and then Jordan's mom found out that I had never seen the movie before, so she got it for me for my birthday.
Aww.
And every time I'm like, hey guys, to my family, we should watch this again. They go, no, that's weird, because
They were not cool children of the 80s.
they were not cool children of the 80s, and they think that it's freaky, and they don't like it.
You will throw that away.
Yes, ma'am. Your parents don't like anything other than superhero movies?
Yep.
An Elvis movie.
And Elvis.
Flam bake, gonna have flam bake.
Anyways, Andy's turn.
Oh, my
Andy
turn.
turn.
Andy turn.
Just watch Neverending Story.
Yeah,
You'll love it.
you need it. Okay.
Everybody needs to see it.
Shut up.
No.
What movie next?
Anne of Green Gables.
No, not Anne of Green Gable.
No? Oh,
Sound of
Music.
Music.
That's better.
Hang on.
Can I have a designated time where I just get to talk about none?
I suppose.
Yes!
Okay. So, The Sound of Music was a big thing for me when I was a child, and I think it is so funny. With the sound of music. With songs they have sung for 1,000 years. Anyways.
You better keep that in.
I think it's so funny how popular this movie is with children, especially me, because it's a musical about Nazis.
Nazi Germany. Nazi
they're-
Austria.
Yeah,
I
they're in
guess.
Austria. But I loved it so much as a kid. I know all of the songs so well. I think I was a little bit in love with Liesel,
The eldest sister.
the eldest
Terrible
sister.
name.
Well, they're Austrian.
They're all Austrian.
Well,
they
not
have
an
names like
excuse.
Gretel. And,
Ooh!
yeah, it's
Like
pretty
Hansel?
bad. Like
It's
Hansel.
cool.
Sun is cool? Is it gone?
Not yet.
The solar eclipse is happening right now, our podcast listeners.
Pretty cool. Sick. Anywho, Sound of Music.
Sound of Music. This is a big classic for a lot of people, I think.
Yeah.
Julie.
Julie Andrews.
Yeah, she's fantastic.
Tell the people the plot of Sound
Oh
of
yes,
Music.
so
There's
Bless
this.
you.
There's this.
hang on. Sorry, that was so.
Nina just likes to talk about nuns. You can't blame her.
Okay.
So it's about this nun in Austria who is she loves to sing, but
Not very good at none.
she's not very good at being a nun. She likes to goof off a lot of the time. She's very distracted. And all the other nuns hate her.
Oh my god, they sing a whole song about how much they hate her.
It's true. But then the Reverend Mother is like, let's have you take care of a bunch of children for this absent father.
They ain't got no mom.
They ain't got no mom. And the dad orders them around with a little whistle.
Yeah, he does.
So she gets there and she's like, dude, you're mean. So then she, in secret, teaches them all about music and friendship. And then the Nazis come. And the Nazis are like, hey, absent father who is learning to love his children, get out there! And then... And then they have to deal with that. It's in 2 parts. There's an intermission.
It's like 3 hours.
It's like
long.
3 hours long, but it is the best 3 hours of your entire life. It really is a classic, I think, for a lot of people. It's just so good. You know, sometimes you just get the urge to watch nuns and children sing. And I was a big fan of the period piece as a child, so this was big.
Andrea is still a fan of period
I
piece.
love period pieces so much.
Like Saltburn?
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, this one, sorry, 1 second. This one always battles Anne of Green Gables in my top 4 on Letterboxd. Those are, you know, if I could put 5 up there, Sound of Music would be up there. Anyway.
Okay, my turns. I go neck. Ooh! Coraline.
You have this.
So,
Good lord.
I think a lot of people have childhood memories with the movie
I
Coraline.
love that movie.
It is a stop-motion animation film created by the animation studio Laika. It is based off of a book by Neil Gaiman,
Gay.
Who's crazy.
who is a crazy guy. And the story of Coraline is there's this little girl, and she moves into this hotel with her parents. And
Hotel?
Yeah, it's like a motel or something.
Well, it's like, I guess, apartments.
It
no,
was
Yeah.
a house.
No, they're like apartments. There's like 3 different apartments.
In the book or the
In the-
movie?
in the movie.
building.
Oh, I thought it was a...
Because she has all those weird neighbors, remember?
Oh, I thought they were just, like, out and about.
No.
Like it was a neighborhood or something.
No, they live in the same place as her. Anywho, Coraline moves to this place, and she's real bummed about it, and her parents are losers. They're boring and they're lame, and they don't want to garden, and she wants to garden. Anywho, she's in this new house, and she finds a little door in the wall that she decides to go through, and when she goes through it, she goes into like an alternate universe where it's her house and her parents, but they're different and they're cooler and they got button eyes, but then she realizes that this new world isn't all it's cracked up to be.
You like the trailer for this. She realizes that this awesome new world isn't all it's cracked up to
There
be.
might be some trouble ahead. How will she wiggle her way out of it?
2007.
What will she do?
Oh no, she's in...
She is in peril. What will you do? Fast X reference. Anyway, Coraline, the story goes that Neil Gaiman wrote this book and for children and then gave it to his daughter to read to make sure it wasn't too scary, and she's like, yeah, Dad, it's not too scary. So he published it, and then years later his daughter was like, that book scared the ever-living shit out of me, but I just lied to my dad to get it published.
Correction. It was not his children, it was like the publisher's
Oh,
children.
right.
The publisher was like, this looks absolutely horrifying. I'm gonna read it to my kids, and her kids were like, yeah, it's not scary at all. I will say, this movie scared the absolute
Yeah.
frick out of me when I was a kid.
There's like a part specifically at the end that is like still genuinely horrifying.
No, I mean, that movie still really scares me. Like, just thinking about it, I'm like, I can't, because I know it's a children's movie, but it shouldn't be.
No, it's really good though. The animation is incredible. The score is really good. It's a really good movie. It's a classic for a lot of people. It is one of those not like other girls movies, you know? Like there's a lot of Coraline merch in the Hot Topics and whatnot.
Yeah.
So you got to be careful being like, I really like Coraline, because then there goes you're like, I love Coraline because I'm different and emo. I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
No, it's okay. I understand you.
We love you, Nina.
And I like the Coraline.
No, it's
Oh,
so
I made
scary.
my mom watch it recently because this summer we went to the Museum of Pop Culture in Seattle, and they had a whole Leica exhibit where they had a bunch of the I don't know what you would call them, like the puppets from the movie, the little
Yeah, the
models.
figures.
Yeah, the figures. And my mom was like, this is cool. I've never seen any of these movies. And I said, Mom, yes, you have. And she said, no. So I made her watch some
Had she-
Leica movies.
Had she not seen Coraline before?
Did she not watch it with you?
I don't think so. I don't know if she had seen Coraline. She had definitely seen, like, Paranorman, Kubo and the Two Strings, like, the newer ones that came out when I was a kid. But she, like, blocked all of it out, apparently. So we watched Paranorman and we watched Coraline together, and she really liked them. So.
I think that stop motion is,
Pricey
like,
up.
just horrifying, like...
I disagree.
It has... No, hang on. It has the capability of being
Oh, yeah.
a little bit scarier than most other animations.
I remember there's one episode of Gravity Falls.
Yes.
Where there's like a big claymation monster
Yep.
that's really scary.
And Mabel's like terrified of it.
Yeah.
And, yep.
yeah.
Yeah. That's a good episode.
Lily turn?
Lily turn. Lily turn.
Which one do I do next?
I don't know if we're gonna have time to do all of them today.
That's okay.
I do Fern Gully. Okay, guys, Fern Gully, probably my favorite. It's my number one in my top 4 on Letterboxd. It's a movie that shaped me. Like, not to be dramatic and be like, this movie is the reason I am the way that I am, but it is. It really is. Like, so it's a movie about a little fairy. Shut up!
Yay!
So it's a movie about a fairy who lives in this rainforest. And the villain, Tim Curry, by the way. Tim Curry's the voice of the villain.
We
Ayo.
love Tim Curry.
Love Tim Curry. So Tim Curry is the voice of the villain. And the villains are the evil people trying to cut down the forest. Right? They cut down the forest.
Are they oil barons?
No. They're deforesters. And so Tim Curry gets let out of so the fairies, they put Tim Curry into this big scary tree. So he would be trapped there forever and he would never be able to get out.
No,
and never
Tim.
cause harm to the fairies again.
Oh.
But then the scary, evil deforesters, they go and they cut down the tree letting him out. And so,
Isn't he like a weird little bat or something?
no, that's, Robin Williams. Robin Williams is a weird little bat and I love him. But so the fairies, they just have to fight the deforesters while also fighting Tim Curry to save their forest. And the love interest is hot, and he gets shrunken down to be a little fairy-sized human. What? Why are you
I don't
looking
know.
at me?
I'm just looking at you.
Andy's looking at me, holding her little hands and just staring. I
Like she's in prayer.
I'm praying.
feel like Jesus right now.
Giga!
Okay.
Yeah, my favorite guy!
Anyways, so this movie, it like told me to be myself and fight for the things you believe in, and it made me like start caring about environmental issues and stuff because I've always felt like that, and then seeing it happen to like fairies, that is a way to get to a little girl's heart. Be like, they're taking away these fairies' trees.
They need those!
That's their home. Where else will the fairies live? So yeah, score, killer. Cast, surprisingly stacked.
Yeah.
Like, Robin Williams in that movie, oh my god, makes me so happy.
Rest in peace.
God rest his soul.
Oh my god, you're so dumb.
Anywho, so yes, I just love that movie very, 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 very much, and it makes me very happy. And
I've
Have you
also
seen that? No, I haven't seen that
but
either.
we can do the same thing that we were gonna do for Neverending Story for this one.
Yeah, okay.
It's just such a good movie, and the colors are beautiful, and the animation is surprisingly good. Like for when it was released, which I think it was like the 90s.
Was it computer animation or was
I
it?
don't know.
I don't think it was. Because
No, I
otherwise
think
it would have looked like shit.
Ratatouille.
Ratatouille.
Watch that movie, please.
Please. Okay.
Now Andy's gonna talk about Anne with Anne of Green Gable.
As I said, I was.
Just look at the spelling errors.
I am Urs.
No plick.
Good lord.
I remember as you act. What is she even trying to say?
Anyways.
Oh, okay. So, as I said, I have always been a huge fan of the period piece. I was a huge period piece girl as a child. I used to
Still
walk
am.
around my house in a nightgown with a candle and eat nothing but biscuits and tea and pretend I didn't have electricity.
Freak.
All the whole thing. So when I read Anne of Green Gables, it definitely fed into that a lot.
Kingdom for a kiss.
It's really good book, but the 2-part 4-hour-long adaptation
Lord.
of Anne of Green Gables that came out in 1985 is the best version. And
So, Anne, let me I think I should try and recite the plot of Anne of Green Gables from memory.
Okay, yes, this is a great idea. Go
So
ahead.
there's this little girl named Anne.
Yes.
She's from Green Gables.
She from Green Gables.
Not yet. She's not
She
from
has
Green Gables.
red hair.
Yes.
And she is orphaned.
She's orphaned.
And-
She's got orphan syndrome.
And then the orphan people, you know, the people who run the orphans, they go, we're gonna send you to live with these old farmer folk in Green Gable. Andy, you're not allowed to argue with me, even if I'm wrong. And it's an old, I believe, brother and sister who take her in, and they go, Anne, and she's a promiscuous young gal.
She is 12 years old.
Not promiscuous. That is not the word I was looking for. She's a little bit naughty. She gets into some trouble.
She getting into trouble.
She going to school, and she's like very smart and whatnot, and everyone at school's like, you freak, you have red hair and you're smart. And there's a boy named Gilbert, I believe. Andrea's crying, so I think I'm on the money. She loves Gil. And then Anne is like, I have braids and I'm Canadian.
I'm Canadian.
Luckily, I'm Canadian.
Luckily, I have braid.
I have braids. And that is Anne. Correct all my
okay,
mistakes, Andy.
so you got it right most of the time, but
Okay.
the way she got to Green Gables was that Marilla and Matthew, who are older brother and sister, they wanted a little boy to be a
Christmas.
for Christmas. No, they wanted a little farmhand boy to help them out because Matthew's been getting old and they live on a farm.
Yes.
And then they there's a whole mix-up and they send her Anne instead, but that's mostly what you got wrong. But it's
Also
more than
calling her promiscuous.
yeah. She is 12. She is not
soliciting.
promiscuous. Anne is just like a really sweet character. She's really important. She's really important to me because
She's also
she was a big reader, you know, and she was very poetic and talked a lot, just like with everything that she did, you know. She saw the beauty in all things, you know, which I think I was heavily influenced by. I love her so much. Oh.
Andy love Anne.
Andy love Anne. Yeah.
Anne.
There are so many characters in that are just so important and special to me. And, like, this is a beloved story, you know, like, lots of people have read this book. But I think that this adaptation is really, like, one of the most important things for me. Because, you know, she's just really endearing and she goes on long poetic rants all the time. And I feel very connected to her. And she's overly dramatic and, you know, she's crazy. She she gets a little crazy. Diana, also her best friend, is so sweet.
Isn't
What?
there like theories about them being little queers?
Yes, you should watch it because then you'd understand.
What do you think?
They're very close.
She just wants her to find Gilbert, so she doesn't want them to be.
Well,
gay.
I love Gil.
She loves Gil.
He's my sweet cheese.
Her sweet cheese.
But yeah, no, her and Diana definitely, you know, they loved each other a lot. Gil.
Nina
Okay,
turn.
Nina.
Wait, I'm not done yet.
Moving right along.
Okay,
we got a
hang
life
on.
on the highway.
I know, but we
And
can.
your way is my way.
Yeah, so it's set in Canada, and last summer I went to Canada just to go see it, and
Wasn't
you know,
it like Prince Edward's Island?
Prince Edward Island is where it's set. I got to see all of the history and stuff of it there. But, you know, no other adaptations have the childlike wonder or the great casting that this one does.
We
So
have 3
I'm looking
minutes.
I'm looking at you, Anthony.
But we have 3 minutes, so I think we need to stop. For
Okay,
now
so
and
wait.
Finish this later.
Nina do one more, and then once Nina leave, I do one more.
I will try to get through this in 3
Or just
minutes.
try to get through all your movie.
Okay. I'll go very quick with what's left of mine. Barbie, Princess and the Pauper.
Yes.
That was my favorite Barbie movie. I have very vivid memories watching it in my older cousin's bedroom on her, like, early 2000s tube TV
Yep.
on DVD. And it's really good. I liked that one a lot. I get like really weirdly nostalgic for the songs. Star Wars. Specifically the original trilogy. My dad is a really big Star Wars fan, so he started watching that with me really young. I would say that's probably the thing that was like most impactful on my childhood, aside from like maybe Harry Potter, was Star Wars. I was a really big Star Wars kid. I loved it. I dressed up as Rey from the sequel trilogy when I was a little kid. I love it, a Star Wars. I still think it's really good. My favorite Star Wars movie is Rogue One.
Oh. Really?
Yeah.
What a choice.
Wrong.
It's the best one.
Wrong.
You guys like the fucking prequels. Anyway.
Okay.
Number 3, Josie and the Pussycats. I love this movie. I will talk about the plot really quick because it's really good. Josie and the Pussycats is based off of a 60s comic, which was a spin-off of the Archie comics. Josie and the Pussycats were like kind of side characters in the Archie comics, and then they got their own spin-off stuff. And then in the year 2001, I believe, they made a movie called Josie and the Pussycats, and it is so fucking good. It is like full of original pop punk music inspired by like a lot of Green Day and kind of that era of music. It is so good and silly. It's about these 3 girls. Josie and the Pussycats is the name of their band, and they get picked up. What? They get picked up by this record label so they can start going on tour. The evil mastermind of their record label is Parker Posey, who is so hot in this movie.
And the other guy.
So good. And the other guy,
Alan Cumming.
Alan Cumming, is also there. And then they kind of realize that this record label is not all it's cracked up to be.
Good Lord, Nina.
And yeah, no, it's really good. I watched it a lot as a kid. My mom hates it, but me and my dad love it. We like quote it all the time. My favorite part is there's this boy band in it named Du Jour. And Du Jour means seatbelts. And no, it's a really stupid, silly, like chick flick kind of movie. But it does have like really weirdly good commentary, especially on like the incorporation of branding into media. Mm-hmm. It is legitimately one of the like heaviest branded movies ever, which is kind of the point. One of the evil things that this record label does is they put subliminal messaging into all of their musicians' songs to get people to buy things. And then the movie is also just filled with like Tide logos and Target and Coca-Cola just like in your face. It's so good. I made Andrea watch it and she didn't really like it, but I like it a lot.
I liked it. It was
She didn't.
It was
she
silly.
was bored. It's okay. You can be
It's
bored.
okay because Alan Cumming and Parker Posey were hot.
Parker Posey is so hot in that movie. Okay, I got to go.
Goodbye, Nina.
Goodbye,
dear.
Nina.
I go Spanish.
She goes Spanish.
Yo habla español.
She
Let's go,
habla de
lesbians.
español. I'm gonna move.
Andy's gonna move. Now that I have you here with me, podcast. I agree with Nina on the Star Wars. I love Star Wars. It was such a, I just love Star Wars. I was telling the people about how I also love Star Wars.
I like the one where they're hot in it.
Where Hayden Christensen. I went to like a Star Wars museum where they had like all the costumes and stuff.
Was it in Denver?
Probably.
They were at the art museum, and I also went there with my Girl Scout troop.
Oh, I went there with my best friend at the time.
Oh.
Yeah. Anywho, me turn or you turn?
You turn.
Me turn? I'm gonna talk about the Muppets. My favorite Muppet movie when I was a kid was Muppets Take Manhattan.
Okay.
Nina would agree with me. That's one of her favorites right now. It's still one of my favorites right now. But, so me and my dad don't get along now, but when I was younger, we were like best friends. Like, it was very much a daddy's girl. And so we would watch all the Muppet movies together. And the one that he showed me first was Muppets Take Manhattan. And I fell in love with it. Like, the music, the cast was very hot. Little 7-year-old me was like having a moment watching this movie.
It's so silly. It's such a silly movie.
Such a silly movie. And like, there's the scene with Ralph the dog where he's playing the piano while sad and he's singing the sad little jazzy little tune. And it just like, Muppets Take Manhattan was just a movie that really like stuck with me. And then all the other Muppet movies, like my favorite modern one is Muppets Most Wanted.
Yeah, that I was gonna say. That is my favorite Muppet movie.
so good.
It's so good.
We're doing a sequel. Together again.
It's so good. All of the music is so funny, and like, it's, oh my god, I love Muppets Most Wanted. I'm always trying to get my family to like rewatch that with me, and they're like, no, we watched that like 2 weeks ago, and I'm like, okay, well,
Watch it again.
we're gonna watch it again because it's hilarious and the cast is stacked, and
It's just the plot is so funny.
it's ridiculous. So Kermit,
Kermit.
what is
Constantine.
What is Constantine trying to do? Even?
He escaped from prison.
Constantine the Frog.
Yes, and so he's trying to be Kermit the Frog.
Right.
So
he's
he
like
doesn't,
Russian or something.
Yeah, so he doesn't have to go back to prison. So what he does is Constantine has this mullet, not mullet, this
Mole.
mole. Same thing. He has this mole that he slaps on Kermit and then he paints over his own with green
Right.
paint.
So he frames Kermit for his crime.
Yeah.
Muppet. And
Muppet.
Ricky Gervais.
Ricky Bobby.
And
Tina Fey.
Tina Fey. Dominic Badge.
Dominic, bad guy.
Dominic the bad guy. It's French.
But gay.
It's really funny. Tina Fey is great, and I love it. Muppets. Also, Celine Dion cameo. Do you remember that?
Jonathan Groff is in it too.
Mm-hmm.
He had a
Ross
cameo.
Lynch is in it for a couple seconds.
Is he?
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh. Did you guys know I have a big old crush
Yes.
on Ross Lynch?
Yeah.
If I could choose one celebrity, it would probably be him.
Schmixy.
Anywho,
Yeah, that's a good one.
it's just a really funny movie.
It is very funny.
I just love the Muppet movies. My dad's side of the family, that's what we like connect over. So at Christmas this year, we watched every single Muppet movie in one night.
Wow.
Well, I guess not in one night. In like the span of like 3 days, we watched every
Okay.
single Muppet movie. We watched the majority of them in one night. And it was like 2 days after Christmas, and we watched Muppet Christmas Carol.
Of course.
Of course.
That's a classic.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like
Muppets are great.
Muppets are very nostalgic, and they
They're silly.
have very deep connections in my
Yes.
family.
Exactly.
Anywho, Andy turn.
My turn. Okay, so I was a big musical fan also, so most of my childhood movies are musicals. I have a note that says I am so sorry. And when I say that Annie was a childhood favorite
love
of mine,
Annie.
I do not mean the 1982 version.
Yeah, the modern one.
No.
Oh.
I mean the 1999 one. The made for Disney Channel.
Is that the
1999
one where the
one.
dad is black?
No.
Oh, that's the other one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna...
Are you thinking about the one where Annie's black?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, not that one. Yeah, it's not the 1982 one, and it's not the 2014 one. It is the third option when you search Annie on Letterboxd.
It's got... Oh my god! Kathy Bates!
Yes.
I
This
love
cast is
Kathy
insane.
Bates.
She plays Miss Hannigan. She is like my favorite ever. I love her, Miss Hannigan, so
Sarah
much.
Hyland?
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
Yeah, she's really small in it too.
Modern Family.
From Modern Family. And
Victor Garber.
Victor Garber, who is Daddy Warbucks, and every time I see him in any other movie, I go, "Oh my God, it's Daddy Warbucks!"
Daddy!
And Alan Cumming, who we talked about earlier with Josie and the Pussycats, who I love so much. He plays Rooster. We got Kristen Chenoweth also, who I love.
She love.
I love.
She love!
Her and Rooster are so silly. I love Easy Street. That is one of my favorite numbers. I made Nina watch Easy Street on her TV. Like one of the first times we hung out, I was like, "Nina, guess what we have to do?"
Easy Street.
And then I made her watch Easy Street while I sang it. And it's so funny because they all dance over the tables and stuff, and you know, and Alan Cumming and Kristen Chenoweth are sexy.
Talking about Annie. What?
What are you? What? What are you talking to?
You started talking about another movie.
No.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, no, I love musicals.
She loves musicals.
So Annie is about a little orphan. Stupid orphan who doesn't she's looking for her parents, you know. And she has a dog, and then for like Christmas or something. This very rich guy, to like improve his public image or whatever, says, "Yeah, I'll take in a little street orphan child hooligan." And then he ends up, really, really liking Annie, and so, they have a nice little family with him and his assistant, and, they have a good time. But then there's this evil overlord, a oil baron.
No, not again!
I'm kidding.
She's kidding.
It's a little, Kathy Bates plays with Hannigan.
I love Kathy Bates.
Who is the evil, orphan holder.
Orphan holder? She just takes orphans and just holds on to them.
And she hates children, and she sings Little Girls so well. I love that song. Little girls, look at that. Little.
That was beautiful.
Lucky me, look at what I'm dripping with. Little girls.
Beautiful.
Thank you. I bet I could play
Gorgeous.
Miss Hannigan.
You definitely
There are
could.
definitely a lot of musicals that I think I could perform on my own, and this is one of them.
One-woman show.
One woman show.
I think we should do it. Summer
Yeah.
project.
Summer project. No, I guess there's just something about me and ginger orphans that really struck me as a kid. I don't know what that was about.
Weird phrase you like to choose right there.
Yeah, no, this is one of my favorites. It's still in like a rotation for me. I watch it regularly. Yeah, and it was a made-for-TV movie, which I did not know until recently. But I had the DVD as a kid, and I said, this is the best one.
Yes.
I don't think I've actually... No, I've seen the 2014 one. I haven't seen the 1982 one.
I've seen the 1982 one, and I like the 2014 one more.
Have you seen the 1999 one?
No.
It's so good.
We'll watch it.
We should. Okay. Yeah, it's fantastic. I love it. So good.
Me turn?
Lily turn.
Okay. My next one is The Princess and the Frog.
Yep.
I could have just put all princess movies on there.
Yep.
I was a slut for a princess movie.
I was too.
Like, I don't think you guys understand. Like, my family, we weren't like a Disney adult level Disney family, but we like, I wasn't sheltered as a kid, but we watched a lot of like old crappy 80s movies,
Yep.
Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, and Disney movies. Like, that's all we watched. And so Princess and the Frog had a chokehold on me. I had the fattest crush on Princess Tiana.
Yep.
That and Little
gorgeous.
Mermaid. Little
my
Mermaid was
God.
my favorite.
Little Mermaid was my favorite too.
I forgot about that when I made this.
I had a big thing for Little Mermaid.
Me too. But Princess and the Frog is my favorite now. Like, it was one of my favorites when I was a kid, but it's my favorite now. My tier list of my princess movies.
Go ahead.
Top 3. Mulan, Princess and the Frog, and Little Mermaid.
Yep.
My favorites.
Me, Little Mermaid. I think I was a big Tangled fan as a kid.
Oh, you would be a Tangled fan.
Yeah, look at me.
Look at you.
What are the others? I really liked Cinderella.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was not a Cinderella fan.
I watched a lot of the older ones. Like Sleeping Beauty was a favorite of mine.
Oh, I liked Sleeping Beauty
Yeah.
too. I liked Snow White.
Oh yeah,
Weird
Snow White
one,
too.
but I liked it. I
Yeah.
like the dwarves.
That's good.
On the modern ones, I really like Moana.
Yeah.
Moana is one that I can rewatch frequently. I was a hater when it first came out because I was in elementary school.
Yeah.
I was in like 5th grade, and I was like, I'm too cool. Too cool to be watching this. But
I don't know. That for some reason that feels like that's a weird movie for me. I don't
Really?
know why. Like, it just gives me weird vibes. I don't know.
Oh.
I mean, I like it.
Yeah.
I understand why it's really popular, but I don't know. It was just, it has weird, I don't know. It's weird for me.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I liked it because I was very much a, like I said about Ferngully, it was a very much like an environmental outdoorsy girl. Like, that's
Yep.
how I was raised. And so, like, movies that had that kind of stuff really, like, stuck with me. And, yeah, I don't know. Plus, like, the anxiety that Moana feels in the movie with, like, oh my gosh, if I don't do this, my community's gonna die.
Right.
Like, everybody's gonna die. Like, it's... I appreciate that it didn't have the, oh, well, shitballs, my mom died.
Right.
Oh, orphan! Like, and the,
That
like,
orphan
theme of the
syndrome.
grandma dying and stuff. Like, I think around the time that came out, one of my great-grandmas died, and I was really close with her, so it was like, oh, wow.
Yeah. It hit you.
It felt very real.
Yeah.
Anyways, I love Disney movies.
Disney movies are pretty good.
I love the music. I'm going to become a Disney adult someday.
You best watch it.
I'm not going to, but I will definitely dabble.
Yeah, you'll dabble.
I'll dabble.
Yeah,
I'll
I also
dabble.
really like Disney. I was a huge Disney princess fan.
too.
Aladdin, that's a classic.
Classic.
That's a good one.
I had the
loved Little Mermaid.
fattest crush on Jasmine.
She's gorgeous.
Fattest crush.
I love it, a little monkey.
Abu.
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 Oh my god, who are the other princesses? I feel like there was one that I forget that I loved.
Okay. Let me list. Cinderella.
Yep.
Tiana.
Yep.
Aurora.
Mhm.
Snow White. Cinderella. Moana.
Oh! Belle!
Belle! I also
She
love
was-
Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, no, she was my favorite because she was like a book gal and she was brunette. And I was
then-
like,
and
oh my god, it's me!
you!
It's me!
But Gal Brunette.
Book gal brunette. And oh my god, yes, I loved her so much. Oh boy.
Oh boy, you definitely seem like you would have been a big ol'...
I was a big Belle fan. She was my favorite.
I did very much enjoy Belle.
yeah.
I think I dressed up as her for Halloween one year.
Really?
I had like the weird like plastic shoes with the like princess on it.
Yes.
I had those for Ariel and Belle and Cinderella because my sister really likes Cinderella.
I had one of those Barbie cakes for one of my
Me
birthdays.
too.
But it was Ariel in her like wedding dress.
Ooh, she had a very pretty wedding dress.
Yeah. I think it was purple. No, maybe it wasn't her wedding dress. It was a
Purple.
purple dress.
Purple.
Yeah, no. I
Yeah.
love that one.
Disney movies, the like princess movies shaped me. I love them very much, and
It's good stuff.
I want to wear a pretty gown and marry
Exactly.
royalty and then be rich.
Yeah.
If a Nigerian prince were to email me,
Should
I
be
would
hitting
say
him up.
yes. I want to be a princess.
It's good. Good stuff.
Last one.
I'm not sure why I put this one down, but I also understand why I
Kurt
put this one down.
Connor. Or whichever one made the video about that one. Was it Drew?
There was no video made about.
About Halloween Town?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yes. I swear one of them made a
No.
video about it.
One of the three guys?
Yeah.
No. We're researching.
How do you spell Halloween?
Hello?
Oh, hey, Halloween Town. Kurt Piss.
Lucky me, look at what I'm dripping with. Little girls. Some
You-
women
you
are
talk
dripping
while I-
with
you talk while I
diamonds.
research.
Some women are dripping with pearls. Anyways.
Oh, that was a low budget one. Never mind. Continue.
So, Halloween Town. I am a big Halloween fan. Halloween is important to me. It's my favorite holiday, I think.
I love Halloween.
Yeah. I watch Halloween Town every year, even though it is not very good. I love it so much. It is so ridiculous. So, it's about this 13-year-old girl, right, who is really into creepy things, but her mom is like, you can't go out on Halloween because I'm a bitch. And I have mysterious reasons, and you'll understand when you're older. And she's like, I like the Halloween. It's made for me. And then her old grandma, who's played by Debbie Reynolds, I think, and
Debbie Reynolds.
I think Princess Leia's mom,
Yeah,
was in Singing in the Rain.
Nicole. It wasn't Nicole. Bunga bunga. Padme?
No.
Yes, Padme is Princess Leia's mom.
Oh yeah.
Her, like, aunt?
No, the actress,
Yes, I
Carrie
know.
Fisher, her mom.
Oh, Carrie Fisher's real life mom?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
okay. I thought you meant her mom in the movie, and I
No.
went, sure.
Okay. No, it's good stuff. Yeah. And then her grandma's like, guess what, kid? You're like a witch or something. And then she sneaks off to Halloween Town where there are a bunch of ghouls and goblins and witches and skeletons and things. And then she finds out that there's an evil plot to take over Halloween Town by an evil oil baron.
Seriously?
No.
You had me. Okay,
I
I
had you
really
there.
thought that one of them made a video about it, but I guess not.
Mm-mm.
Because I remember seeing it.
Have you seen Halloween Town?
I watched it and I thought I watched it reaction to it, but I guess not.
No, that one was like a big one for me when I was a kid because I think about it every day.
Seriously?
Yes.
Andy, that is problemsome.
It's problemsome.
Problemsome.
Oh yeah. So and she has the girl has two siblings and one is a two silly little girl and the other one is a stuck-up math nerd.
That bitch.
I know. Yeah. This has a bunch of sequels and I don't really know why.
Does it?
Yeah.
Huh.
There are like 3 sequels.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know.
No.
That's dumb.
They're all fantastic though.
The sequels?
The sequels,
Are they,
except for the last sequel where they changed the whole cast and it's all weird and icky. But
yeah.
something I really like about this is that it's like all practical effects, you know, which is something you don't see anymore.
Yeah.
Like all of the costumes and stuff are, I mean, they don't look very good, but you know, I still appreciate them
But
being
it's
practical.
genuine.
Right. It looks goofy, you know. It's like a product of its time. It's really fantastic. I think it's so nostalgic for me. It's definitely not good, you know, but it's funny and I love it.
But it gets like a good score because it just makes you feel good.
Exactly.
That is how I feel about Little Italy. Terrible movie, but
Nikki?
Hey! Nikki does a shot.
You do a shot.
Hey!
That was so unenthusiastic.
Hey!
Okay, and then you said all of the Barbie movies were your last one.
And you said I concur.
And I said, yes, ma'am!
I was a big Barbie fan.
I was too.
I was a girly girl when I was growing up.
Me too.
Which was my middle school phase. My mom asked me, "Hey Lily, do you want to be a boy?" Because I thought it was gross to be a girly girl when I was in middle school.
Right.
Anyways, so all the Barbie movies. I really liked the one with like the sisters. You're just like me. I'm just like you. I really liked that one. I really liked the mermaid one.
Queen of the waves. Dolphin Day? No. That's a different...
That is a very different movie.
That's a different movie. I know what you're talking about. That was also one of my favorites.
I really like that one.
Where she surfed?
Yeah.
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 What else? I was a huge fan of Barbie and the Diamond Castle.
Oh, I don't think I
Did you
watched
watch that one?
No. Well, my mom said I watched all of them. So probably I just
What
don't
about
remember.
the Rapunzel one? I didn't watch that one when I was a kid.
I probably didn't remember.
Yeah.
There were a lot.
The Diamond Castle was one of my favorites. They were lesbians.
Ew!
And, I don't really remember the plot, but I remember loving it so much.
Mm-hmm. It's just the animation was bad.
Yeah. Well, I think it's charming.
You think it's charming?
Yeah.
I don't know. The one with the 12 dancing princesses or whatever that one was?
I never saw that one.
Oh, I like that one.
Do you watch the Thumbelina one?
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
I remember watching that at one of my parents' friends' NASCAR parties.
That
Yep.
is so
And
specific.
we would all huddle up next to the host's South Park pinball machine and watch Thumbelina. Barbie.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
It is incredible.
Yeah, my core memories with the one about the girls that are like, I'm just like me, you're just like me.
It's something anyone can see. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Did you watch the Three Musketeers one?
Yes!
I
love that one!
That was one of my favorites ever.
Oh, that one was so good. I don't know, the Barbie movies, they just bring so much joy.
Exactly.
Like, it's, like you said about Anne of Green Gables, like the childhood wonder and like the fun colors and feeling like you can be whatever you want to be because
Exactly.
Barbie is a princess and then she's a mermaid and then she's a pilot and then
Now
she's
she's in
Margot
space.
Robbie and it's like, oh my god.
No, I loved the Three Musketeers one. I thought the song Unbelievable was actually written for Barbie.
Basically was.
Until like 5 years ago, so
Should have been. It should have been.
it should have been. Also, I mean, I will say their cover of Unbelievable, where they change all the lyrics to make it all girly, you know,
Is
I love it.
unbelievable.
I love
See
it.
what it did there?
I am so upset it's not on Spotify. It used to
Is
be
it
like a little
not?
podcast on Spotify that I could listen to, but now I just have to listen to the original version, which is not nearly as good.
YouTube.
I guess YouTube, but that's too much work.
Hey.
You're unbelievable. Bow, 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 bow.
Throwing a rager in here.
Throwing a rager in
But
there.
yeah, I don't know. I love the Barbie movies. They were such a big part of my childhood.
Yeah.
Like, me and my cousin, one time, I should have put Tinkerbell on here. All
I
the
loved
Tinkerbell
her.
movies. Did you watch any of the Tinkerbell movies?
I watched all of them.
They were my favorite. So this story relates to that, but one time me and my cousin, we had just watched the Tinkerbell movie, the, like, Friendship... No, that's My Little Pony. I don't know. We watched one of them, and we got...
I could probably tell you, like, what number it was. Describe it more
It
to
was
me.
the one with the winter one, I think.
Yes, Secret of the Wings.
Yes. No, I watched every single one. I love
those too.
Tinkerbell. I would watch them today.
Yeah.
Honestly, if I was sad enough, I would watch it.
I was a big Peter Pan fan.
God, you freak.
And this is so embarrassing, but I had, like, a massive crush on Peter Pan.
Did you ever watch Hook?
No.
It's a Robin Williams movie, and it's like an adaptation of Peter Pan, whatever their story is called.
Yes.
Yes.
Peter Pan.
Peter Pan. So it's like a story of that where Robin Williams is Peter Pan but grown up, and his kids get kidnapped by Captain Hook, and so Robin Williams has to go become Peter Pan again so he can save his kids.
That's awesome.
I loved that movie.
I was a big Peter Pan fan. That was, like, one of my favorite movies, but that's embarrassing to say because I had, like, a huge crush on him for, like, 3 years. Like, it was big.
That's okay. I had a crush on Atreyu until I got too old and it became weird. So it's okay.
No, I was a big Tinkerbell fan also.
I love Tinkerbell.
I love... Yeah. Oh,
So
God.
good. Me and my cousin, we grabbed baby powder and we pretended it was fairy dust and put it all over the basement.
Nice.
My mom brings that one up a lot when she's mad at me.
Remember when you covered my basement in flour?
Anyways,
That's funny.
you should watch Hook.
Yeah, probably.
I love that movie. I'm gonna watch it tonight.
You should do that.
Anything else?
Oh, but I was gonna mention one of the other Barbie movies. Hang on.
Which one?
Princess and the Pop Star.
Oh yeah,
I love that one.
Where like I just like when you look at the posters and you see when they get like modern,
Right.
like the colors get
It's wrong.
pink is more hot. It's like crazy hot pink. More. What's the one artist with the like the animals and the fun colors?
Lisa Frank.
Yes, it like goes Lisa Frank.
Yep. No, I loved Princess and the Pop Star.
It was a good one.
I think it's really funny because they have the same type of dog that we have. And the blonde one's name is Victoria, which is my sister's name. I love all the songs. That one's good. That one's really good.
Barbie Swan Lake. Did you ever watch that one?
Yes. Oh my god, I forgot about that one.
I love that one.
I love that one too.
Barbie and the Magic of Pegasus.
I haven't seen that one.
Barbie Fairytopia.
Mm-mm.
Mermaidtopia. But it's just like funny looking at like the posters
Yeah,
and how much they changed from
They
like
changed
the
so
old
much.
ones. I guess Princess and the Pauper was
Yeah,
the
that
we talked
one,
about.
big for me.
Big for you. But see how they're very Lisa Frank.
Yeah, they are.
Like
Mermaid Tale.
Mermaid Tale.
I think maybe I watched it. No, maybe I watched that one. Barbie and the Three Musketeers.
Princess Pop Star.
Princess and the Pop Star. I think I might have watched Barbie and a Christmas
I
Carol.
have not seen that one.
Yeah, Thumbelina. That one definitely had an evil or
Barbie and the Pink Shoes.
Okay.
I loved Barbie and the
Is there
Pink
one with a
Shoes.
secret door? Yes, Barbie and the Secret Door. I have a story about that.
She has a story about that.
So when I was very young, this was maybe like
2014
no.
is when it came out.
Oh, well, yeah, okay. I'm saying, okay. So,
Okay, sorry.
okay. So,
Nina?
So, when I was a youngin', maybe like 3 to 5,
Oh.
okay, this would have been like 2008 to 2010.
Yes.
I had a dream.
I have a dream.
A song to sing to help me cope.
I was
with
singing Tangled.
anything.
But, you know.
No.
Okay.
If you see the wonder of a fairy
are at an
tale.
hour.
They need to hear my great singing.
Your singing is beautiful,
Thank
Andy.
you. What was I saying?
When you were 3 to 5.
Oh, yes. So, somewhere in that time frame, I had a dream, okay, where I was watching a trailer for a Barbie movie, and she went through what she called a secret door into a magical place.
Oh, shitballs.
And for years I was like, I swear to God, this is a thing that exists. Where is Barbie and the Secret Door? I haven't seen this trailer since I dreamt it. And then, when it came out in 2014, I saw the trailer and I was like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
This was like 5 years after I had this dream. It was a premonition.
Oh my God.
And I thought it up.
Yeah,
and I'm
you
gonna
did.
sue Barbie.
Do it.
For taking my dream that I had.
Do it.
And turning it into a real movie.
Those bitch bastards.
I know.
It was all yours.
It was so crazy. I still don't understand why.
You just saw the future.
I did.
I've had dreams like that before, where, like, something happens, never that big, but you just basically saw the future.
Right, exactly. It was so weird.
You're just so cool, Andy.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
So, yeah, we love movie.
We love movie. We love movie, kid.
Yeah, we love kid movie.
We love watching movie that we like as kid and make us feel nostalgia.
Indeed.
It drive me nut.
It drive me nuts. Yeah.
Dracula?
Yeah. Goodbye.
Have a wonderful day and watch some movies.
Watch them all.